Welcome to Dragonfly Trading. My name is Carrie, and I'm a full-time Elliott wave trader in the crypto and forex markets. Today's video is going to be an update on Bitcoin, ETH, and as per request, XRP. Remember, this is not financial advice. This is just the way that I see the market and I plan to trade it. I have went over the higher time frame, the weekly, 6-month, 12-month. In my prior videos, I have changed the description so you will know which ones they are. I also went over time analysis. So if you are interested in the bigger picture, I've went over it multiple times in prior videos. Just search back and you can find them now. So I've removed the support and resistance blocks that I had on here, just so that it's a cleaner chart and you can see better of what's going on. Think about our masterclass. In the description below is the link. We put a lot of work into it. It's finalized, and if you want to become an independent trader yourself, I highly suggest that you take that leap. Okay, so I dug deeply into this chart this morning, and I have come up with a pretty strong bias of what I think is going on, and I'm going to share that with you. In prior videos, we were thinking, did it end here or did it end over here? This leg down was confusing and could be viewed several different ways, but I am now going with that this is a truncated fifth. I went all the way down to the 5-minute time frame and broke this down. So I am now going with a wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I am calling this an A wave, not a wave 1, an A wave. Now, when you pull a fib extension on it, it comes right to the 618, which is where normal A, B, C would hit. And the only reason I'm pointing this out is when we go over the bull and the bear case right here, it's going to be important. Okay, so I have us ending in an A wave right here. What we have so far here is a 3-wave move. We had 3 waves right here. We have 3 waves here. Now the question is, are we going to get 3 waves here, which would make a WXY, or are we going to get 5 waves, which would make it an ABC? That's the only difference here. And I'll get into that in a second. Okay? So let's talk about this also. When we pull a fib extension on it, it hits the 618, as you can see. That is the minimum requirement for a truncated C wave. So let's keep that in mind. This could be done, meaning that the A, B, C, the C wave could truncate at the 618, and now we are making something new, which I will get into here in a minute. I'm hoping that this goes higher, because the higher this goes, the higher the connecting waves will go. So let's talk about the bullish scenario first. The bullish scenario is that we've created an A wave down, and now we need to create a B wave to the upside. Now, normally a B wave will come to at least the 0.5. which is sitting at 46,807 on linear and 43,188 on log. That is where a normal B wave would come. So how would we get there if this is a three-wave move? Well, the first way is that this C wave goes higher and we create an A, a B, and the C goes much higher, which that's totally possible if we have created a wave 1 here and we're going to get a wave 2, 3, 4, 5 on up there. So yes, this can go higher. Where is the invalidation point? Right at the low here. The low at 29,165. The low of the C wave right here. So if we're coming down for a wave 2, which could be very shallow now, don't expect something deep here. This white line is the start of a gap to the upside. So from this white line up to, well, the current red candle, we've created a gap. But the white line ends the gap. So if we come down, touch the white line, we've filled the gap. So if this is a wave 2, I'm not expecting a deep retrace. I am leaning more towards we're going to create a shallow one. And if we get the bigger C wave, then we'll get the 3, 4, 5. Okay? That's one way that we can get up there. The other way is that if this is done, or almost done, we create this 3-wave move, we create another 3-wave move, and then we either get a 5-wave or we get a 3-wave. So it makes it a more complex correction getting up there. It either turns into an A, B, C, or it turns into a W, X, Y. Now, if we make a W, X, Y, remember that this could easily become a flat for the Y wave. Each correction can be anything it wants. If it's going to be a W, X, Y to get us up there. So let's recap the bullish scenario. First way we can get there is that the C wave is not done, and we're going to go up in 5 waves. The second way is that we create a complex correction, WXY, to get up there. And each correction inside the W, I'm sorry, the W needs to be over here. I'll fix it. But each correction inside of here, the X wave could be a flat, and then the Y wave could be a flat. So be prepared. It can be any type of correction inside there, if it's going to become complex. But I'm hoping that we just get the C wave higher. So that's the 2 ways we can go to the upside. So, and also remember, when after we create our B, so we have our A, we create our B, we're going to need our C to the downside. So the higher our B goes, the better. Okay, let's talk about the bear scenario. because there is always a bear scenario. So the bear scenario is that this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that we have created is actually the end of a third wave, because it hit the 1.618, which is where a third wave hits. Then this correction that we're making here is our fourth, and then we go down for our fifth. That's the bear scenario, and I don't want this scenario because it would bring us deeper, which means what starts with 5 ends with 5, and the 5 ways that we would get on the other side. Yes, we would rally, but the 5 waves we would need for the partner would be much deeper. So hopefully we get the bull scenario. All right, let's dig into this and see what we have going on here. So I'm looking at this 2 ways because there's a bull and a bear case here. We've either created a 1, a 2, 3, 4, 5, and now we're coming down for our wave 2. Here's the line where the gap is, and that would be the bull scenario. So we'd come down here for a wave 2, probably shallow, and then we'd kick off for our 3. Or what we've actually done here is created an A, a B, and a C for a Y wave, and we're coming down to create that X I talked about. So that is the 2 scenarios. Okay, let's move on over to ETH. ETH, I dug into very deeply this morning also. And I am seeing this move to the downside as a W. This was an X, and this was a 3 wave for a Y. So that would mean this is either an A or it's a W at the bottom here. So same scenario that we have in Bitcoin is how this can pan out. We need to get up here as high as we can for a B or an X, because we're going to need the Y or the C on the other side here. So the same exact thing in Bitcoin. We've either created our 3 wave move for our W. We're going to get some type of 3 wave move here. Could be anything. And then we can either go up in 3 or 5. That's one way we can get up there. That's the complex way. The more bullish way is that we're making an A, a B, and our C wave is not done. That this all was a 1. We're coming down for 2. Here is a gap, the gap on ETH. So I'm not expecting a deep retrace here, but it could happen. It could happen. I'm not ruling it out. Okay, but 2, 3, 4, 5. We create the C, and that is our B wave. And then we come down for the other leg. So on Bitcoin and ETH, the reason I'm leaning that this is correcting itself here for either a wave 2 or it's coming down for an X is because we have on both Bitcoin and ETH this bearish divergence. This is on the 8-hour. We have it on the 4-hour, and we have it on the 12-hour. And we even have it on the daily. So that's pretty significant there for me to think that this wave 1 or the C wave here is done. And we're either coming down for a 2 or we're coming down for an X. If we break this low right here at 1720, the C wave is done, which means this is not going to make a wave 1 and a wave 2 because a wave 2 cannot break this bottom. So if it breaks, I'm going to be looking at the more complex correction. Okay. All right, let's go to XRP as per request. So XRP, this move to the upside, I'm seeing as corrective. It's too overlapping, but it doesn't mean that it can't climb higher. So I'm seeing this whole ABC as a W. This move to the downside, I looked on the lower time frame. It is a 3-wave move as an X, and then this ABC to the upside is a Y. Now, this whole move can turn into a W, or it can turn into an A. Now, this move to the downside, let's go on a lower time frame. Oops, too low. I see this as a diagonal, but I'm calling it an A wave. So just like Bitcoin and ETH, we need a high rally here. It has the same exact scenarios here. We're either going to do a 1, a 2, 3, 4, 5 and get us on up there as an A, B, C. Invalidation point for that is at 51 cents, this low right here. Or it's going to become more complex, and then we're going to make a W, X, Y. And when we pan out here, so I'm seeing this as a W or an A. So what would happen here is that this would end up being a 3-wave move like this for the B or the X, and then we would move back up to the upside. But XRP is very complex. It's not running to the upside in a bull market. It is definitely corrective from what I can see. So basically we would get the 3-wave move down, and then when Bitcoin decides to move to the upside, then we would start trending up. But it would all be in a corrective way. All right, so I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments, and I have reached 1,000 subscribers. I have not forgotten about the giveaway. I am in the process of making the wheel and plugging in all the names from the people that commented so that I can do that drawing. I have not forgot about you guys. I am definitely doing the giveaway. And I appreciate every single one of you. And have a wonderful day.